Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Dish. I'm your host, Candice Cooper, and we're here to talk all about pop culture, conspiracy theories, and all of our favorite offbeat pop culture bullshit. I did not watch the Grammys because, sincerely, I do not care about the Grammys. For that matter, I don't care about any award show. I know, but we are cozy. It is raining and cold. Like, what is this bullshit? This is not what I signed up for. In a way, I'm kind of happy because it is I'm pretty sure it's waste management right now. And I love to see like a privileged bro be humbled. It's like God just doesn't want you to have any fun. So, sorry, we're gonna rain on you. We're gonna rain on your parade. I only had 1 cup of coffee today for breakfast. Not for breakfast. Actually, it really was for breakfast because I did hot water with honey and lemon. Because yes, I know it is so incredibly bad when you just drink coffee on an empty stomach, which I've done for 20 plus years. I really don't fucking care. And I was only supposed to be in the studio today from like 10 to 12:30. And then I got a last minute appointment and I was like, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I had like a few hours between that appointment, my prior appointment, and that next appointment. So I was like, okay. I was like, I'm going to go to Press Coffee. And then I'm going to get something to eat. And then I'm going to go back to the studio and I'll finish up my client. Well, there were nothing but detours when I was trying to go get that cup of coffee. And you know when you're just like so hungry? Like I woke up late today. I woke up at like 8:30 today. And I was already hungry, but I just like didn't have time to make breakfast. I didn't feel like grabbing the banana that I had. I was just like, whatever, I'm just going to go to the studio. I'm going to finish these clients and then I'm going to come home and I'll have another cup of coffee. I'll have some lunch. Well, that's not how life worked out today. So I'm driving to work and mind you, I made a TikTok yesterday about, yes, I'm on Tinder again. I don't want to hear it. Don't break my balls about this. I have gone out to the bars alone, which I did meet somebody and he turned out to be just like a complete bullshit artist. He told me everything that he thought I wanted to hear, which to be perfectly honest with you, I didn't want to hear any of that. Like I didn't need the song and dance and the pony show. Because I like didn't want to date that person anyway. But he said all the right things and then disappeared, which it's so funny because my friend the other day, like guys will just disappear. Like, and I've ghosted people before. Not really ghosted. Like if I go on 1.5 hour date with you, like do I really owe you anything? But if you're going to like hook up with someone, make out with someone, be in their house or whatever, then it is common courtesy to say like, hey, look, I'm just not into it. Who fucking cares? We're all adults. Well, I've like taken a major step back from dating, honestly. And my friend is so funny. She's like, well, did you call him or text him? And I was like, no. And she was like, well, see, I would want to know. I was like, what do you want to know? Like, we don't fucking care. I do not, like, I don't think of these guys ever again. I don't pine for anyone from my past. I don't pine for these guys. Like, if anything, I get like a rush of anxiety when I think that there could be a relationship. Because honestly, it's the woman who has to bend to the man almost every time, right? It's like, oh, am I going to be left alone on Saturdays and Sundays because he wants to go golfing? Am I going to be expected to go to the golfing tournament to sit and watch him when I could be doing other things? Like, that is what grips my chest when I meet someone. I'm like, oh my God. Because I was in relationships my whole late teens and 20s, and then I got divorced at 30, and the last 10 years of my life truly have been the best fucking years of my life. And I know that it's because I am not having to give up my entire weekend so I could go sit at some dude's aunt's house for like one of the cousin's 55th birthdays. It's like, who fucking cares? Send a card. I don't have fucking time for this. So if anything, I feel great relief when I'm ghosted because I'm like, oh, thank God I could have my fucking life back. But my friend was so funny. She's like, you don't like want to text them or call them? And I'm like, no, what am I texting or calling them for? Like, thank you for saving me from having to date someone like you. She's so funny. So anyway, long story short, I am rather annoyed because I feel like this is like sexually my golden years, and I don't want to have sex with anybody that I'm not in a relationship with, and I don't want to be in a relationship with anyone. I really just want to have like safe monogamous sex with the same person, and that's just not happening, so I'm just not enjoying. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go on Tinder. I'm going to see what's on there because I don't know. Who knows, right? So I'm swiping, and there was this guy that I come across, and he's okay looking. He's nothing like spectacular. And I threw him a pity swipe. I was like, you know what? Quinn. I threw him a pity swipe, and in his message to me, he's like, do you want to come over and come into my jacuzzi? Quinn, don't. So he's like, do you want to come over to my apartment and go in my jacuzzi? Absolutely not. No. Quinn. She's such a brat. Now she's going to eat my banana. She just ate dinner. No, don't eat the banana. Quinny. She's such a Bombay kitty. Hey, House Panther. Guantanamo Bay. Gwyneth Paltrow. And then she does this. Quinny. She's such a brat. She's my hardest child. So I said to him, no, I don't want to come to your house and go in your jacuzzi, but you could take me on a date. And this is where young women, you need training, okay? Because what a narcissistic man will do is he will try to make you prove yourself to him. Like, oh, he was like, oh, yeah, cool. Like, if you're just not interested. And I said, yeah, I'm not interested. And he was like, well, like, whatever, like, if you're just not, yeah. I was like, yes, I said I'm not interested, but you could take me on a date if you want. I gave him an opportunity to redeem himself. And what he said to me was, he does not go on public interviews. Okay, well, I don't want to put the lotion on my skin, so goodbye, and you blocked. Okay. Now, I had to make a TikTok about it. I did. I made a TikTok because it is just simply outrageous. The fact that I grew up when people told you, you don't meet strangers off the internet, you don't get in strangers' cars, stranger danger. Okay. And now these people are saying, like, come to my house. I haven't even heard your voice. I don't even know anything about you. Like, why would I go to your house? Absolutely not, sir. So, can you not eat my flowers? I go into work today and I walk in and I see this big, beautiful bouquet of roses, of all kinds of flowers that my cat is currently eating right now. It doesn't taste good. So I was like, oh, wow, that's so pretty. And then I look closer and I see my name on there, Candice Cooper. And I'm like, who would send me these? And my little sweet mate, she poked her head out and she goes, oh, those came for you earlier. And I'm like, they came for me? Quinn! I'm going to get her. Hold on. Come here. Yeah. Okay, you want to say hi to everyone? Yeah. So she was like, yeah, those came for you earlier. And I was like, they did? And I was like, I'm not dating anyone. Who could they possibly be from, right? So I open up the card and I see that it's from one of my clients. I gave him a haircut last week. And he's like, thank you so much for my haircut, you know, yada, yada, all that. And I was like, there are good men out there. Like, I absolutely know that they are. Like, they're out there. So, no, I want you to stay. I love you. I love you. Do you love me? Do you love me? Are you a house panther? Are you a house panther? Like, there's something about her little round head that I love so much. I love you. I love you. I love you. I could kiss her all day. And she has no paw. She has no paw. She only has one paw, right? Oh, the baby. So I was born this way, Mom. I was born this way. Yeah? You're so beautiful. Be a star, baby. Be a star. Be a star. I love you. Okay? So I'm like, oh, I know that that is, yes, this big, gorgeous bouquet of flowers. I'm going to post it. I'm going to do like a post and I'll show you guys the flowers. They are stunning. They are gorgeous. So I just can't with the guys who are like, come to my house. So I could, first of all, I like my kidneys. Okay. I love them. I have no desire to wake up in an ice bath with no kidneys left. You know what I mean? So it's a PSA to all women of all ages. Like, please do not try to prove yourself to these guys that you don't even know. A girl who's probably in her early 20s would want to prove to him that she's not like a stuck-up bitch and she'll go to his house and she's cool and whatever. I'm not cool. I'm not cool anymore. I don't fucking care. I'm not going to your house. End of story. So it was great to walk into my studio today and to be completely surprised by these stunningly gorgeous flowers. Hi, Pen. You want to come say hi? We have another visitor. You want to come say hi? Psst, psst. That's a candle Mommy has burning. You want to come say hi, Mama? This is my shy cat. May I approach? So with this other cat that I have, my neighbors adopted her and they did not want her. Their cat did not like her, and apparently there was all kinds of drama, like with the adoption place, like it burnt down and they didn't like her there, whatever. You want to say hi, Mommy? Nope, she doesn't want to say hello. Her, I cannot touch. I literally have to she doesn't like to be pet from the top, but I could pet her from the side. And hi, pretty. You want to come up say hi? And when I do go to pet her, I always ask her, may I approach? I have to stay like a statue. She's like rubbing her face on me right now, but I can't move, and my nose is itchy. But I can't move. I have to wait for her to come to me. And one time I was holding her, and my fucking juicy booty knocked into my dresser and knocked my essential oils off, which scared her. And she ended up clawing through my nail. Have you ever seen that before? I had never seen that before. And in that moment, I was like, I will not ever hold her ever again. And I'm pretty sure I'm allergic to all the animals that I have, but I love them so much that I will just accept it. I vacuumed 3 times yesterday. 3. I just like a very clean home, you know? So there's dusting, there's cleaning, there's vacuuming, all of the above all the time. But yes, with Penelope, I can only approach her from the side, and I say, may I approach? May I approach? Yes. So just young women, even like young men, you know, be very, very careful whose home you go to, who you accept food from, who you accept drinks from, because you really just don't know. And I also, another thing that I'm like very skeptical of is if somebody that I don't know very well invites me out to dinner, and I'm always very cautious, like if they like, do you know the bartender? Because one thing I've learned that's insane is like, you always wonder how 2 people commit crimes together. Like, there are billions of people in this world, and it's so hard to find a partner or whatever, especially if you're normal. It seems like the creepy ones can smell each other, and then they love to like get together and cause havoc. So anytime I meet a guy out and he like knows the bartender, I'm very cautious about either not having any drinks or having one drink. And this is like fucked up and crazy, but I've been on my own for 25 years. I never had, and the people that I was supposed to be able to trust in life were the ones who did the worst stuff to me. So what would stop a stranger from doing horrible things to anyone, right? So just as a woman, as a woman, I am in the dating world, I am so cautious, and I have a lot of different protocols that I go through that I'm not going to say, but I really make sure that I'm okay before a man's ego is okay. Like, I genuinely don't care about a man's ego. I care about my safety, my animal safety, my home, and that's pretty much it. But I think, you know, people will pressure you to settle, and you just don't have to settle, you know? And I'm just so, when we listen to like the Jeffrey Epstein stuff and how he targeted like young girls in West Palm Beach, which is a lower class area, we have to stick together. If we don't have good families or uncles or dads who could protect us, like I had 2 uncles, one of them was probably just as bad as any of the perpetrators, and then the other one was gay. And he said to me the other day, he's like, I always lock my doors as soon as I get in my car. I'm like, you're a fucking man. No one's stealing you, bro. Like, you're a grown man. But that was who I had protecting me as a child. A shitty stepfather who was never there, no dad, a gay uncle, and another uncle who probably beat women for fun in his spare time, allegedly. You know, he, like, my other uncle very much gave me the vibes of he would kill a prostitute and get away with it. Like, those are the vibes that he gave me. That's my mom's brother. And then my mom. And it's just like crazy because I keep having these dreams about my grandmother. And my grandfather passed in May. And I would say like they were closer to parental figures than my actual mother. And I keep having dreams of my grandmother passing away, and I'm in her kitchen and I'm saying I'm like, wow, this is so weird. Like, both of my grandparents have passed away, but I'm in her kitchen. And last night in my dream, she had passed away. And then I had to like go down these stairs filled with snakes. There were snakes everywhere. And a few weeks ago, I had a dream of a crocodile. And it's like so unfortunate that some of us women have to be born into these families where the people who we're supposed to trust literally are the people who are the most evil, deceptive, manipulative, and destructive. It's crazy. And when you like listen to Jeffrey Epstein, all of those girls that he persuaded to do that stuff were girls without good, proper families and homes. So we have to stick together. And another thing, it's like those women also are so Debbie Desperado for a man's love and attention and affection. And I'm just not. Like, I just don't fucking care. So that's going to keep you safe. I'm not in a rush. I don't care. I'm not in a rush for anything. So it can take me 4 years, 5 years, 10 years to get to know you, because I'm not rushing to have kids. I'm not rushing to move in with you. I'm not rushing for any of that stuff. And that's how women should be. Like, they know that yes, the government knows that destroying the family structure leaves women and children open to predators. And then the predators, they abuse you. And because you can't forgive yourself or live with yourself, you become an alcoholic, you become a drug addict, you become a sex worker, any of that stuff, right? So it is so... When I think about everything that's going on right now with the World Economic Forum, and just like they want the world to be meatless, carless by 2030. That's 6 years away. That'll happen really quickly. But they know that if they destroy the family unit, everybody's weaker. Leave your sister alone. Leave her alone. Because there's nobody protecting anybody. There's nobody protecting children. And they're like, this is exactly how we want it. They know exactly what they're doing out there. So I want to create a place where all of us women who have horrible families, and it's crazy because like each family, not all families are like this, but the dysfunctional ones, they will choose one person in every generation. What? To make the scapegoat. And when I look at my gay uncle, like, there is no bringing him back. Like, he is shot skis, like, totally. And it's because emotional trauma and physical trauma, violent trauma, I'm almost 100% sure will reshape a person's brain. I've watched it. And I refused and still refuse to be my family's scapegoat of this generation. Like, I'm not here for it. I almost gave into it when I was a teenager. And then I quick caught myself. I literally sat on my bed in my grandmother's house and I said to myself at 15, you are at a fork in the road. You could either go one way, Candice, or you could go the other way. And I just always had such a vision for my future and for my life that there was just no way I was going to go the other way. And I've watched so many people in my family go the other way. In a sick way, like there are so many different forms of Munchausen by proxy. I want scientists to study because I think Munchausen can show up in parents who, like, I think that Kathy Hilton and Rick Hilton, what they did to Paris, they didn't do it to any of the other kids, just Paris. And Paris is like permanently fucked up. I don't care how many babies she buys. I don't care. Where is Phoenix? Where's London? Where's the other baby? I know. So I think that there's a lot of different levels and forms of Munchausen by proxy. I really do. I think there are parents who, oh, my kid's a problem child. My kid's a drug addict. Well, it starts in the home. And I don't care what anybody says. Hey, babe. What's up? No, it's raining out. Meow. 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 I love her squeaks so much. Also, when parents have absolutely no expectations for their children, that's another abuse tactic. Like, not teaching their children how to read, or just being like, oh, nobody cares if you do good or not. Like, children need structure, discipline, expectations of them. Like, I could talk for hours about this, but it's all part of the plan. And if you think that there's not a world agenda going on, then your head is literally in the sand. I probably am going to regret drinking this coffee so late in the afternoon, but you know, I have to do dishes, and oh, thank God I vacuumed yesterday. Everything else is done. Sheets are done. Laundry is done. Everything's folded and put away. So now I just have to do dishes and cook. But what a wild, just like, I'm pretty sure that Earth is purgatory, because just like the most evil people get everything and they're not even grateful for it, which is wild to me. It's like, you don't even like kids and yet you have them. You know what I mean? Whereas somebody who would love them and appreciate them and be so good to them, like, can't have them. It's so weird. Oh, my neck. And I haven't worked out. And I will say, like, I am like definitely getting my period with the new moon lately. And I was watching this TikTok, and this woman reads obituaries on TikTok. And they really do. I'm like laughing, I'm crying. I'm like so emotional. Right before my period, I'm so emotional. I'm happy. I'm distraught. I'm, like motivated. I'm exhausted. It runs the gamut. And I asked my client the other day, I was like, what? I said to her, I was like, I feel like menopause is like the day before your period for 5 years. And she goes, yeah, it literally is. Like, you feel gross. And the day before your period hits, you do. We just feel like gross, like fat and just like the, you know what I mean? And that's where it's at right now. It's just like, I'm ready to bleed. I'm ready to release my uterine lining. And yeah, and that's like another thing. The fact that there's even a debate between like what's a man and what's a woman. Men have penises, women have vaginas. Like kindergarten cop. Come on. The fact that like that's even a debate is just proof that this is a living hell. Because like if they want men to compete in women's sports. Men are built completely differently than women. It's just scientific fact. Like, people want to talk about science, and then when you say a scientific fact, no. Like, this is fucking hell. We live in hell. And what's crazy is, so when I went to school, I got like really badly bullied for being in commercials and print work and TV and all that stuff. And there was this one girl, Jamie Munson. She was like fucking 6'1", and I was like 5 feet tall. And she bullied me. And then she said that I scared her. I was like, you literally bullied me. And when I stuck up for myself, you said I scared you. You're 6 feet tall. I'm 5 feet tall. And that's what we're going through right now. Like, they're going to say that being patriotic is to be like, there's 77 million genders, and like, that's going to be patriotic. So everything is being inverted right now. What's good is bad. What's bad is good. What's left is right, and up and down. And it's all, and I was like, this is very, very interesting. So now what they're doing is they're starting like smear campaigns against people who are more conservative. Now, I dare you to put me in a box, whether it be liberal, conservative, or what. If you lived with me day to day, you would be like, I don't even know where to put you. And I would be like, I know. You can't categorize me. But what I do have is discernment. And also what I do have is life experience. Like, I was so severely bullied simply because I went to work when I was a kid. Like, it pissed people off, probably because I was making more money than most of the teachers, most of the parents. It pissed them off, right? And, they started to make me the villain. I was the sweetest little kid. Eventually, I had to become like a hardened bitch. I don't want to have to be that way, but I saw that the better I did in life, the more people came for me and attacked me and lied about me. So everything that's going on in the world, they're going to lift up the evil. They already are. The girl who had her arm bitten off by a shark, the surfer, and then the company turns around and like drops her because she said that yeah, men shouldn't compete in women's sport. Like, do we have to say it? Men shouldn't compete in women's sport. She had her arm bitten off by a shark, and she still gets in the water, and she's still like, this is the world that we're living in today. And they are going to, now what I want to see is there some guy, is he like conservative, chopped his dad's head off, whatever. Let's talk about the liberals and what they're doing to their parents. I mean, they're chopping their own genitals off. I grew up in a time where if you wanted to chop your body parts off, like, now we have euthanasia. That's suicide. I'm Catholic. No. So it is wild, the world we live in. Absolutely wild. And they are going to make the evil people look good. They're already doing it. And they're going to make the good people look evil. So, on that note, I have to go and finish up my chores for the day. I don't even know. I don't even know where to begin. I just can't believe this world. I can't believe that there are people defending the current administration just because they can't admit that they were wrong. There's wars everywhere. Like, this is what you said Trump would do. Do you not see? So that's my story. It's a shit show. I don't have any answers. I only have more questions. Just keep your head down. Now, if you're healthy, you're an ableist. So I can't. And I have watched a few clips about Love on the Spectrum. Tanner is so adorable. I love it. Very, very cute. He said he got bullied once. I got bullied once every 10 minutes. I got jumped. I got jumped in the classroom just for being on TV, just for going to work. Kids hated it. So it's like almost as if you have a child with special needs, your child is getting love, is getting praise. And if you have a healthy, good-looking, smart, funny, well-rounded child, that child is being attacked. So that's why I am terrified to have children, because my child would be healthy and beautiful and smart and funny and would be tortured in school. Now, if you have a kid with special needs, he got made fun of once? Once? That's it. That's fucking amazing. So in today's world, if you are healthy, if you have your shit together, you are being attacked. And if you're special needs, Gypsy Rose, how many fucking things did they send her on? How much money did they give her? So this is the world we're living in today. If you're healthy and you're well-rounded, you get nothing. And if you have special needs, you're getting everything. I'm not saying either is right or either is wrong. But when I heard Tanner say he only got made fun of once, like, I got fucking tortured. We live in a hideous society. Just hideous. I don't know who the fuck would have kids in this world. And it's not even because the world is bad. It's just because people are so fucking evil. Like, you have a healthy kid who just wants to, like, read books and paint. The kids are going to make fun of them because they all have their weird Oculuses on. And they're like, oh, you're a fucking nerd because you don't want to be in our simulated world. Like, I was made fun of because I wanted to climb trees and go for walks. And the kids that I went to school with wanted to eat Pringles, sit on their fucking asses, and watch TV. I was like, yo, we live in a cool wooded area. Why would we not go out and walk around? So I just can't bring a child. I couldn't watch a little version of me be tortured all over again. So, you know, you're just so much better off. And seriously, there was 3 kids in my school that had special needs. Now there's 3 kids in the school that are healthy. What changed? 72 vaccines. That's it. That's it. Yeah, the level of bullying is terrifying. It's terrifying. But you get bullied nowadays for being healthy and well-rounded. And you get praised for being overweight, not on the ball. That's what people are promoting nowadays. And if you are in any way good looking, you're fucked. So it's terrifying. I don't like it here. And yeah, it's just, I'm just like, it just reminds me of Catholic school when the meanest girls were the teacher's pet. That's exactly what we're going through right now. Only it's not the cheerleaders and the football players anymore. It's the blue-hairs and the millions of piercings in the nose. I saw a girl on TikTok the other day. She had 2 gigantic piercings here and a piercing there. I was like, and I bet she's fucking popular. So the more freakish you are in today's world, apparently the more you get rewarded. I can't. But on that note, I love you all. Thank you for tuning in to this chaotic episode, because the world is chaotic. And, you know, I can't even wrap my brain around it. Truly I cannot. So I love you all, and I will see you tomorrow on The Daily Dish. Like, comment, share, subscribe.